Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is AvidCS, and today we're going to be looking at a video from someone named Rocketship Sales. He made a pretty bad video on the Superman movie, so let's take a look at it.
The squirrel scene. I'm not upset that he saved the squirrel, that's a Superman thing to do. My issue with it is, in the beginning of the movie, Superman flies over the engineer, surrounded by white snow. She's covered in black. He's right above her. He doesn't see her, but he can see a tiny little squirrel during this entire city kaiju epic fight with all these moving pieces and debris and this and that and blah. I'm not buying it.
In that scene, Superman isn't even looking down at the ground, he's staring straight forward. Of course he's not gonna see the engineer, even if she's all black in a white surrounding. On top of the fact, during the kaiju fight, Superman was actively looking for people to save.
What is this? What is that?
It's the engineer actively using her nanomachine powers. What?
Oh, Superman can't breathe. I'm like, dude, he sits on the moon in the after credits scene. He doesn't need to breathe. Now I get it, the nanomachines inside of him may be uncomfortable, I understand, but they're not gonna cause him harm. The insides of his body are just as durable as the outside. So they move around in there. He'd feel weird, but they're not gonna kill him. They're not gonna pierce his organs or anything. It'd be annoying.
There have been many versions of Superman. Some of them need to breathe air. If this is one of those versions of Superman, the nanomachines are filling his lungs, requiring him to try and get them out of his lungs. I don't get your issue. Yes, Superman is seen sitting on the moon in the after credits scene, but we don't know if he's holding his breath or not.
And then right after that, Superman's flying up, which I thought he was going into the sun to like melt the nanomachines. I was like, oh, that's gonna be really cool. Nope, he barely gets out of the atmosphere. And guess who catches up to him? The engineer with her jetpack. This is Superman we're talking about, flying straight up. And she catches up with basically Iron Man tech. Are you gonna sit here and tell me that Iron Man is as fast as Superman? You were out of your mind.
The movie makes it very clear that the engineer is struggling to even reach Superman.
Engineer Ultraman, keep up.
We're trying.
As I just showed you, she has to use her nanites to even get close to Superman. Also, Superman's goal was to get them on him so that way he can take out the engineer. We see this when he literally slams down on the ground.
And the engineer gets inside of the Fortress of Solitude and decides to hack into this Kryptonian technology and only downloads the Jor-El message, which is bizarre to me because at the end, the robots tell Superman or ask Superman, they say, hey, did you want to watch those videos of your parents? This always cheers him up. That implies that he watches this routinely, which means that's in their system, which means Lex trying to figure out his identity and stuff like that later. I'm like, why didn't she download everything? She would have got all of the memories, Mom, Pa Kent footage. She would have gotten all of that, but she only gets the Jor-El thing. She's like, okay, I got the Jor-El thing. I'm out of here, guys. I'm like, ugh, who wrote this? This movie sucks.
Did you even pay attention to the movie? Their goal wasn't to find who Superman was. It was to find stuff to ruin Superman with.
This is what we came for. Hopefully there's something on here we can use to convince the general Superman requires immediate action.
Also, the robot had the message playing just in case Superman returned. It's literally stated in the movie.
Superman, I preemptively put up this soothing... Oh my...
Not only is the dialogue spewed from Lex's little computer minions expository and ridiculous as fuck, but the whole thing don't make sense.
12C, 18A, 34B.
Lex has to verbalize a command. Somebody types that in, it gets sent over, goes into Homeboy Ultraman, then he has to now act to it, right? You're trying to tell me that that entire process is keeping up with how fast Superman's body and brain moves. So stupid.
This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the very thing you complain about. But first, let's break down this entire argument into little bitty pieces. Let's take a look at what the henchmen actually say.
It's like he knows Superman's every move before he makes it.
He does. He's been studying him for years. He's developed over 2,500 fight moves for any situation.
So the movie clearly established Lex Luthor's predicting Superman's moves before he makes them. We also know the execution of the commands is instant between when they're executed and when he receives them, because he immediately moves towards Superman.
He's back. You're 5 o'clock.
Copy.
C.
On top of the fact Ultraman's punches were strong enough to temporarily stun Superman during their fight.
98Z. 8H. 74D. 44T.
I don't know, man. From where I'm sitting, the exposition was needed.
Also, Lex is just so whiny in this. I'm like, I feel Lex Luthor needs to be like a little bit charming, maybe suave, you know, kind of have a sort of commanding presence when he walks in the room. I'm not getting this from this Lex, you know, I'm not dissing on the actor. I like Nicholas Hoult. It's just the writing, the overall direction of this, you know, throwing the pencils on the floor and having them pick it up. And I'm like, it's so childish. Oh my gosh, he's just not intimidating.
Dude, Lex Luthor is upset because Superman broke out of the prison. Is he not supposed to be upset?
And then really the entire kaiju scene, I mean, like, look at this thing's tail. Superman saves the squirrel, and look at these people trying to run. You're out of your mind if you think that they outran that tail, they didn't get hit by that thing. I'm just not buying it.
One, the tail clearly doesn't go any further. I don't know what you're complaining about.
But nobody thinks of these things because James Gunn just doesn't show it. Man of Steel showed a little bit of the, oh man, people would actually die in these world-shattering situations like this, but not, as long as you don't show it, it doesn't happen. Superman saved everybody in this city magically. Ass. This movie sucks.
As for the destruction with the kaiju, the fight clearly shows Superman is trying not to cause any destruction during the fight.
And then the kaiju is just giant in the city. There's no footprints, like he wasn't, you know, doing his walk. He didn't have any sort of walk going on. There's no footprints anywhere. How did this happen? Who wrote this? This movie's straight up childish. It is.
This is why paying attention is important.
It's an awfully small distraction.
It'll get bigger.
The giant animal was first spotted early this morning in a Jitter's coffee shop about 7 feet tall, but it has apparently been growing.
This is why I said paying attention is important. By the time we see the kaiju, it has already grown. Like, what's your point?
And then he takes the time to turn his back to his enemy and ask, hey, everybody okay in here? While there's still fire everywhere. It's burning, and he's not like, oh, let me blow this out. He's just like, you guys okay in the flames? All right, see ya. Hey, come on, big guy, up here. Oh, shit, I almost broke that. Oh, crap. Dude, this movie sucks.
You can't be serious right now. You see the fire isn't that bad, and the people are walking away in the background before he turns around.
Hey! Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
And the entire harem thing, not only did I just not enjoy this portrayal of Jor-El, I just despised that whole message, but it was just a James Gunn joke. Like, he just drags the same joke over and over. It's harem this, harem that, harem, Twitter, harem, Facebook, whatever it was. Everyone kept talking about harem. This is a James Gunn thing. It reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy when Rocket Raccoon was laughing about this dude Taserface, and they just kept saying, Taserface! Like, it was super funny, and it's like, dude, it's not funny. It wasn't funny the first time, and it wasn't funny the 10th time you said it. I just don't, ugh. This movie sucks.
I get not finding the joke funny, but the point of the harem thing was to ruin Superman's reputation, was to slander his name.
And I don't like what they did with Pa Kent. He was on screen for just like, what, 5-10 minutes tops, maybe less? Within that time, he cries twice. And the first time he does it, he's like, is my son gonna be okay? And they're like, yeah, he's totally gonna be fine. He just needs to rest it off. It's just a little kryptonite poisoning. He's gonna be fine. And he's like, oh. And then the very next scene, they're sitting on the porch and he starts crying again. And I'm like, dude, the Jonathan Kent that I know wouldn't have been crying all over the place like that. I mean, dude. And I grew up watching Smallville, and that Jonathan Kent rocks.
This guy is really upset that Superman's father was upset that, one, Superman was injured and was wondering if his son was going to be okay. And two, he was having an emotional moment with Clark. Of course he's going to start tearing up. What is wrong with this guy?
And then here, Superman grabs this whole building right from the middle to save this woman in her car. And I'm like, how? Dude, as soon as he grabbed the force, him grabbing it right there, the sides and everything would have been crumbling, and like he just like grabs it, like he's like, shh. I'm like, what is this? It reminded me of the Justice League, and this looked ridiculous too. This don't make sense to me.
You can apply this logic to literally every Superman movie, an example being Man of Steel. For example, how was Superman able to support the oil rig without it collapsing around him? It makes no sense. Your argument makes no sense.
And then he's got this spinning lasers going on, and these guys are just falling out of the sky and hitting the ground. They're like, oh. Because James Gunn had the show. Oh, he didn't kill them. He didn't kill them, guys. This isn't Zack Snyder's Justice League or anything, or Superman or Henry Cavill, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they're dead, or they're extremely hurt, like lifelong injuries here. Oh, and you can't be like, oh, they had their suits on, so it protected them from the fall. Ass. Ask my buddy Rhodey how that worked out for him.
No, guys, you don't understand. You can't use the fact that their suits were meant to fight metas and protect them from metas to support the fact that they survived, even though the movie shows they're clearly hurt. No, guys, you can't do that. Look at Rhodey. Dude, your argument is terrible. Come on.
And then not only is Superman whining in the apartment because the interview, like, got him really emotionally riled up, which I was like, ugh. But then later, he's over here whining again, pouting and stuff while the city's being terrorized. I mean, he's just all like, yeah, they got it. They'll take care of it. I'm like, that's not the, that's what the fuck? What? No.
Of course, Superman is going to be upset that his intentions are being questioned and that he's being punished in some way for saving people's lives. Of course, he's going to be upset. But I do agree a little bit on the last bit that Superman should have helped the Justice Gang fight the Imp.
Oh, and the end speech is just corny that he has with Lex.
I'm as human as anyone. You piece of shit. Alien. That is being human. I love Lamp. And that's my greatest strength.
Not only am I upset that he barges in there and just gives him the old Naruto talk no jutsu, and then it's Crypto that, you know, gives him the beatdown. Everything he's saying, like, I get it's in line with Superman. I get that. It's the dialogue choice, like the actual, the words he's using. Nobody talks like this. It's so corny. The only way you're talking like this is if you're a politician. Like, I mean, let's just be real here. This isn't real. I'd have been laughing in the room. I'd have laughed at him. I laughed in the theater. I did.
Superman is talking like a politician because he's explaining to Lex, who just called him an alien, by the way, why he's just as human as everyone else. Really? What?
He has the time to sit here and just yap to Lex, like, oh, man, I'm human as you, when there's literally a war going on and children putting up flags for him to come save them. Oh, the Justice Gang got it. Oh, yeah. No. They only got it because he's wasting his time talking to Lex right now. He could be over there right now.
Did you pay attention to the movie? In the movie, Mr. Terrific is the one that requests Superman goes to Metropolis. Otherwise, Superman would have went to Bravia. Did you pay attention at all?
And I didn't even touch on the fact that he just kind of gets his butt kicked this entire film, and he gets saved by almost everybody. I mean, the dog saves the day like 10 times in this movie.
Let's just go down the checklist of who Superman loses to. Ultraman. Yeah, I mean, it's just Ultraman. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You mean to tell me he loses to the clone, who's as strong as he is? Oh my god, shocker, bro. I decided to cut out the last bit of his video because there was just nothing really to respond to. But for the outro, I will say I did cut out a lot of stuff that either didn't really need a response or I did agree with to an extent. But most of the video is in this video, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys subscribe, like, don't go harass the guy, even though I don't know why you would. But yeah, have a good day.